Welcome to the Bondi Scrapper channel. It is currently locked down in Sydney. It's a very miserable 13 degrees outside, and it has been bucketing down, but that's kind of stopped. Not a great time to be out and about. Well, we've been told not to be out and about anyway, but today we're going to pull apart this thing. I found this on the curb a couple of weeks back, and it's some type of transformer, and it is heavy. That's a good, no, there's probably a kilo there, maybe a kilo and a half, but it does feel heavy. And as we can see, we've got a power cord that plugs into the wall somewhere, and it's old as the hills. There's no insulation on the two, what do they call them, the active and the live, or whatever they are. It has an outlet here, but the outlet's interesting because it's got the round terminal down there. And this thing is, according to this, an ATCO MH150TH570-10, whatever that means, part number. It's 240 volt, 0.9 amps, which I don't think that's a lot of amps. And this is interesting, it's got a, oh God, what do they call that? We use them at work. A power correction, I think. So 0.9. God only knows what that's for. Yeah, we use power correction boxes at work for some of our equipment. And according to this, it is control gear with a thermal cutout. So in other words, I'm assuming when it gets too hot, it turns itself off. For a 150 watt MH HPS lamp, which, if I remember rightly, they're the lamps that you use when you need to grow things indoors. So there you go. And it says, note the control gear, which I'm assuming is this thing, must be within 1 metre of the lamp. So, don't know why, don't know what it's all about. What are we dealing with in terms of pulling it apart? I'm assuming there's a transformer in there, but we've got a couple of Phillips head screws to undo to get this cover off. We've got another Phillips head screw just there for that outlet, and we've got a couple of rivets, which I'd guess I'd say they're holding in some type of printed circuit board, maybe. And over here, got a couple of nuts to undo, and I'm assuming that's where the transformer is, and that's where the weight is. So I'm going to do that. So I'm kind of right and kind of wrong. Very similar to a street light in many ways, or a high bay light used for lighting up warehouses and factories. But the two bolts that I undid were for these two units, that one there and that one there. That one there is a capacitor, so that'll go into what do they call it? E-waste. So we can kind of snip that off there. Get rid of that. There's a very large transformer here, which if you've seen some other videos, you can belt them apart. So I'll need to drill out those rivets to get that out. And then this one here's the interesting one. It's got some weight to it, so I'm going to assume that that has got copper in it as well. They're calling it an igniter. Anyway, I think that's got copper in it. It's just got so much weight in it, a lot more than what the capacitor's got. It's about 3-4 times heavier. These, I know from a copper point of view, aren't worth anything, so you put them in with e-waste, as I said. And then what else we got? We've got, oh, there's that plug. So that's got a nice bit of copper in it. And we've got the supply wire and a couple of other little wires there. So I'm going to cut all them out. These will need to be just knocked out with a punch, and oh, they're all metal. Stick to the magnet, they're all ferrous, so there you go. One of the lovely tricks that they love to do is make things look like brass or copper, but they're ferrous. Amazing what you can do with a bit of gold paint. So I'm going to take this chocolate block out. That will have some. That'll have some brass in it. The screws will be ferrous. That can be pulled apart easily. Snip that off. And this heavy thing, if we just undo the 3 items on another chocolate block, and that should be brass in there. But again, the fasteners will be generally ferrous. And okay, I've been down in the shed and pulled a few things apart. That white thing that I said thought might be a transformer, I gave it a few belts with a hammer and it came apart. And so this is all, the plastic outer came off, and then this stuff is all like a resin, and then it's split in half, and sure enough we have a transformer in there, and there's a bit of wire, and I'm hoping that if we just kind of pull that, so I finished off that small transformer, and that's the result. There's 25 grams of burnt copper there, and to be perfectly honest, if I was doing one again, I would just throw it into the transformers bin, because there was plenty of weight there with the resin around it and everything like that. And that was a bit of a trial at the end, trying to get it all to pieces. But, you know, you do it once, and that's your learning part, and if you do it twice, then you're a bit silly. What else did we get out of this? Well, the big transformer, that's the guts of it out there, and that's a good one, because oh, we've run out of batteries. I've already weighed it. There's all the leaves off it. That big transformer, it weighed 1.945 kilograms, but let's call it 2 kilos at $1.10 a kilo for transformers. $2.20. So if we'd left it as it was worth $2.20. Breaking it down wasn't that hard. They're pretty easy, as I said. They kind of split in half when you build them with a chisel. And then ended up with 1.55 kilos of steel. Let's call it $100 a tonne. I know steel's worth more than that at the moment, but $100 is easy to work with. So there's 15 cents worth of steel in that little bucket. And the burnt copper, this bit, 390 grams there, 395 I think, but let's call it 0.39. $10 a kilo for that, so $3.90. That plus that, $4.05 rather than $2.20, so you've doubled your money. I thought that was worthwhile, breaking that down. That's always good. Those big transformers are always worthwhile to break down if they're easy ones. Brass, here's our little pile of brass right there. And coming back across, there was 20 grams of brass there, so 12 cents. The low-grade insulated wire, there was 85 grams, 0.085 kilograms, $3.50 a kilo at the moment, so 30 cents there. That's always a surprise. And that small transformer, the 25 grams of burnt copper, $10 a kilo, 25 cents there. You'd probably get, near that, 20 cents for the transformer itself. So, as I said, not worth doing. So what we end up with, $4.05 and another 12 cents, so $4.15. And another 30 cents, $4.45, and that 5 cents makes it $4.50, $4.60 to pull that apart. Oh, and a bit of steel. There's a little bit of steel there. $4.60, maybe $4.65, maybe $4.70. Let's call it $5 if the scrapyard's being nice today. So that wasn't too bad for something picked up off the side of the road. And the first part of it was pretty quick. It was only when I started faffing around with the little transformer that it all became a bit uneconomic. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Like it, hit that thumbs up button if you liked it. Hit the thumbs down button if you didn't, hit it twice. And subscribe, that'd be good, although it's not too bad. I think about 40% of the people that watch my videos are subscribers. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.